Alright, so now we're going to look at the anatomy of a deck or porch in this circumstance. So a lot of times around the perimeter of a porch you have what's considered lattice strip. You can see the lattice work right here, and it comes in 4x8 sheets typically, so you can see that it connects in with the post just to kind of give it a nice clean look. When you go over to the actual steps themselves, you have your post right here. You have your post cap sitting on top of it. And then you have the rest of the rail that connects directly into the post with your top plate of your rail, your bottom plate of your rail, and then you have your spindles that run in the middle there, vertical. Those are all separate boards, so you have to consider that when you are working on a rail, it's not just as simple as replacing this one spindle, because you have to realize that these boards need to come off in order for this spindle to actually be accessible. And the same holds true for the post. You can see that this 2x4 that serves as the top plate of the rail directly connects into this post. These are separate boards, so this is nailed together, and so if you were just replacing this post, you have to account for any damage that might occur. So a lot of times when you're looking at a rail, it's not just as simple as this one has damage so it needs to be replaced. A lot of times you'll be replacing your post cap, as well as your top plate, and sometimes even the bottom plate of the rail when you're looking at a railing. And if the damage is significant enough, a lot of times we'll just bid in for replacing this 6-foot strip of rail in full, since rebuilding it a lot of times is easier when you're talking about taking it all apart and putting it back together versus just building a brand new section. So that's kind of the rail side of things. And then here you have your steps. So the actual steps themselves right there, and then you have the treads in the middle that just kind of serve as that kick plate there. And then on top of the actual porch you have your decking itself, and then another good example here, you can see that if some of this decking was damaged, you can see that this slides under that piece of trim, so that's going to be more challenging to remove than just a standard piece of decking, and would be more complicated. In this circumstance, you can see that they have a little piece of trim capped over the top of the decking itself. So that's kind of the breakdown of this property, and the breakdown of a deck, and just kind of the different components as far as the top section. Now on the sides here, I want to show you what's considered the framing of the deck and the actual stringer. So this is important to understand too, because this is a complete separate board that serves as what carries the weight of the load as you walk up these steps, and this is all one entire board running up the side. So essentially it was a 2x6 that was notched out as it goes down, so that it serves as a way of stepping up to the entrance of the house. So if this needed to be replaced in any circumstance, you would then need to take all of the decking off, get the rail out of the way, get the post out of the way, and you would be rebuilding the entire step unit at that point, which is something our carpenters can definitely handle.